broken down bike. I don't care, get here for the meeting. Edit. For people asking, this is in the UK. I have a full motorbike license with no restrictions. Again, thank you for the likes and awards. Also, if you aren't going to say something nice, just move on, okay? Let's all be decent humans. End of edit. So this is about me. Just a quick bit of background: I exclusively ride motorbikes. I have not got a car license. So I worked at a company that held a yearly sales briefing that was mandatory for any team that was related to, even tangentially, the sales process. I was in one of these peripheral teams on the morning of the meeting, which is held in the same town as the work and around 40 minutes drive from home. I had to go pick up fuel before coming to work. When I get to the petrol station, I notice the engine is getting far too hot, and I look down and see the bike is leaking coolant all over the road. So I walk the bike to the side of the road and start letting it cool. I call up HR and make them aware of the issue and say I have unused holiday, please use it to cover my hours. I also fire emails off to my boss and HR and send my boss a text. I get on the phone and get talking to my normal garage, who say they can pick me home up around 11 o'clock. It's now 7:30. I say fine, I'll get the bus to them, drop the keys off and head home. As I'm about to leave, my boss rings me and says I have to attend today, or else face the consequences. I explain that I can't make it due to the issues. The only option I have is to ride the bike to the garage, which is very dangerous for it and me. He just tells to turn up and hangs up. I ring HR and they say they will talk to him, and around 15 minutes late ring back and say no, I have to turn up no matter the cost or risk. I ask them to put that in writing and also to say if I damage my kit in the process they will pay. They reluctantly agree and I say, great. Yes, our director, I'll do my best to get there. After the email comes through. So it's a 6 miles ride to the bike shop, so I fire the bike up and leg in there, overheating the engine to the point it seized. I drop it off. I also ask them to fix any issue with the bike that could possibly come from my trip here. With a wink, he tells me, sure, I'll be extra vigilant for any damage. Sends me on my way. Now by this point it's 9:45, I'm boiling hot and sweaty as hell. I realize I can't go home to change and get the train from my city to the town I work in time for the 12 o'clock start of the sales meeting briefing. So I walk to the station, heed the train, and someone carelessly knocks my bike helmet off the luggage and cracks it. I get to the venue in full bike gear, boots, trousers, jacket, carrying my gloves, broken helmet, backpack. I stink of sweat, am peeved off and annoyed. The HR director walked up and asked me what the hell I am playing at and why am I not in a business suit. This is in the lobby of a hotel with all the other staff milling around. So I say with a loud, angry voice, gee, I don't know. Maybe my bike broke down, needs serious repairs. Maybe I've had some BD smash my helmet. Maybe I had a knobhead of the manager tell me I had to turn up to a meeting to watch of the sales team week all over each other and the other teams and congratulate themselves. Maybe it's because I'm going to sit there and do nothing and I could have been fixing my bloody bike. Quote, I stormed off the meeting room, stripped out of my bike gear and sat down in civvies throughout the entire meeting, daydreaming of going home. As soon as it finished, I got up and left, literally walking past everyone and ignoring the lot of them. I ended up calling in sick the rest of the week as I caught a fever and couldn't be arsed. My doctor said my stress wasn't helping. During that week, the bike shop said the bike would get around £3,000 to fix, including new engine, gearbox, chain and sprockets, both tires and new rear wheel. So I asked, can they send me an itemized bill and reasoning? Which they dutifully did, and I forwarded to HR along with my receipt for new bike gear, and pretty much all mine was ruined. Helmet £200, jacket £100, trousers £100, boots £200, gloves £100. HR sent a curt email back saying, "Why are you telling us? These are your bills." So I attached the email from the HR director saying they would cover all costs incurred if my bike or I were damaged or hurt post-breakdown getting it to the shop. I told them since none of the damage would have occurred if I had let them pick up the bike and let me have the day off, it's all on them. I said, "If you refuse, I will go to a solicitor and get them to look into it." Well, after a 2-hour marathon meeting, my manager argued I knew the meeting was on and should have alternate arrangements in place. This is in an open plan office. I loudly say, "So you told me to walk or ride a bike you knew to be dangerous down a busy main road? Are you serious? Are you even aware how dangerous that is?" Quote, "Remember, it's leaking coolant all over." HR told me to go home as things were stressed, which I did, and the next day we all had a meeting where they basically caved. The HR lady revealed that they asked the company's solicitor after I left, and they basically told work they agreed to pay the costs and damage. If they back out, they would have a hard time defending it if I went to solicitor, as they knew the damage to the bike before they told me to ride it and what could have happened. So yeah, moral of the story: be careful what you order your staff to do. Edit. So as people pointed out, I could have got a taxi, but I'm not going to abandon my bike on the side of a busy main road for hours on end. That's how thefts happen, and my insurance would not cover it. In my insurance, even now years later, if I break down and need to get recovered, I must stay with the bike. If I leave it and it gets further damaged or stolen, I'm 100% at fault for it and they won't pay out. Yes, I did plan to leave the bike, but it was at a garage and could be looked after. A prime example of always getting idiotic mandates in writing. Then, when it blows up in their face, you can safely say, "I tried to warn you, but," as this email, or letter, shows, "you directed me to this other ridiculous task." Fantastic read. Sorry about that, though. Seems like it sucks big time. I wonder how many people have been saved by the existence of the quick email. After being burned so many times, my husband has now learned to get a quick verification email after any work changes. Those meetings where the sales team wank all over each other are the worst. This is why you always see YA in writing. Had stuff like this happen all the time in trucking. Send it in writing, always changed the directions. Wouldn't have cost them $3,000 to send a taxi 40 minutes away and back. How did all of your gear get destroyed? Damn, sounds like a shitty boss. Good read though. I'm sure it would have been cheaper to just let you have the day off than to pay for all that gear and repairs. As an avid motorcyclist, Triumph T100. Let us know what you ride. Great story. Sorry, you had to deal with a bunch of clowns. Well, that was peak malicious compliance to trash your bike and gamble that they'd pay for it. Either way, you're without your only transport while it gets repaired, and the best case scenario is that they cover the cost of your existing damage. Nicely executed. If I had an award to give, I would. One of the best MCs I've seen so far. No Uber. Couldn't you call a taxi? That would have got you to the garage and to the meeting quicker and cheaper. How long ago did you get your license? If you passed before a certain date, did you know that you can legally drive a car with a curb weight of 550 kilograms or less? Although they are cars, they are classed as quadricycles, and you can drive a plastic pig. So European way to have rights. In fucking America, you'd just be fired at will is a poisonous joke. Good for you, man. The only one who lost here was the trusty bike. Shame to hurt such a beautiful machine. clearly not America, because while he may have won the bike repairs battle, MGMT would have it out for him, and he'd be gone in a month or less anyway. Was this before Uber existed? Or taxis?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.